This week I'm going to try some tiny art. This is my favorite chair. Tiny art draws you in because of its size. It's like a secret, it's like a treasure, it's fun to collect, and it can bring beauty into small spaces. Let's try some tiny art. At Trove, we seem to have a lot of tiny art, from little sculptures that the kids make to trophies and awards that we make ourselves when we have a really great adventure. We even play a postcard game where we pass a postcard around and everybody adds to it until there's an amazing piece of art with everybody's work on it. But to be honest, when I'm making artwork, tiny art is not my first choice. I feel like you have to be pretty meticulous and precise when you're doing tiny art, and I'm kind of an impatient person when I'm working, so I feel like tiny art hasn't always been a great fit for me as an artist. But I am always up for a challenge, so I'm excited to try it today. So thinking about tiny art, I remembered a place where I saw tiny art for sale when I visited Las Vegas last year. It's called an Arto-mat. It's an old cigarette machine that has been turned into an art dispenser. You can look through all the different artists in the machine. They've all made pieces of tiny art either on wood blocks or in little boxes, and you can buy art out of this Arto-mat. It's so fun. The machine is super retro and cool looking, and it's just $5 and you've got yourself some beautiful, unique, one-of-a-kind tiny art. This Arto-mat is located at the Mead Library in Sheboygan, Wisconsin. You can actually choose to be an Arto-mat artist by going to their website, and they have a little kit that you can complete and make art for these machines. It's so amazing. Time to have some coffee and check out my new art. The first piece I got was a beautiful little woodblock collage piece from an artist named Susan Roden. Check her work out online. This piece was collage work on a wooden block with acrylic paint detail. Beautiful, really fun. The next piece I got was by Joseph Riley, and his studio is called Folder 451. I found him on Instagram. Arto-mat boxes usually have three-dimensional art inside, sometimes jewelry or other 3D art, so I was excited to see what was in here. It was a beautiful little origami crane that can hang, and I had it the wrong way at first, but turn it around and it rests on this little stick and has a jewel hanging from it. So great. So what tiny art can I make? I have an idea. I have another piece. It's kind of an icon piece. She's on a religious sort of icon background, but she sort of looks like a pinup figure. And I thought I'd try something like that for these pieces. I'm gonna try it. We'll see what happens. Thanks for sticking with me while I do this. Time to get out my stuff. I cut some foam core that I found just in my art supplies and decided to make some little rectangles to fit this icon format that I want to work on. Got some collage supplies, some old drawings, and paintbrushes, and I found some graph paper that I thought might be kind of fun. I have my ink, watercolors, another little brush, and here we go. The first thing I'm going to do is paint some colorful backgrounds for this icon figure. So I'm going to make kind of a rainbow background for each of these first. Using my graph paper and my watercolors. I'm imagining this with 3 layers. The bottom layer is going to be the colorful background. On top of that is this doorway or archway that I've seen in a lot of sort of religious icon works. And I'm cutting out a template for this doorway so that I can then cut my old drawings out. This doorway is going to have some interesting line work. And then the 3rd layer of this piece will have the figure on top of the doorway, which is on top of the watercolor background. Do you choose door number 1, door number 2, or door number 3? Next, I'm going to sketch my figure, and I'm going to make it kind of like that pin-up figure again, but with a halo around the head. Going to add some ink to the figure to fully define it. More backgrounds. I'm going to affix my backgrounds to the foam core with some wood glue mixed with water. I'm going to glue the doors on. I don't know about you, but I like a good refuse pile. Last background, and we have 3 doorways. This one had some wrinkles on it. I didn't love that, but I'm going to go with it. I'm going to cut out the figure and glue it right on top. I'll continue this process for the other 2. looking pretty decent, but I decided they need gold on their halos, so I'm going to use gold marker to fill in their halos. I want to add some borders or some interesting trim to these doorways, so I'm going to give each of these doorways a little bit different pattern. I don't know if you've seen any of my other videos, but I've been using some old window screen in a lot of my work lately, so why not add it to these? I'm going to make rays of light beaming from these figures. Rays of window screen. While I am not usually a tiny art person, I really like the way these turned out. They were fun to work on. They were tricky, just the precision that I had to have and be really careful, but my kids even got into it and made some pretty awesome collage work.
I'm done with my theme, so bye, see you later.
So I say tiny artwork is absolutely worth a try. Happy creating!